Is my ex happy in their relationship and will it last? That's what we're asking today. Is your ex happy in their current relationship and is their current relationship going to last? That's the question that we're asking for today's collective tarot reading. Welcome back to Hope Tarot Daily. My name is Angie. I'm a tarot card reader from England. This tarot reading is between you, the universe, and your intuition. It's completely up to you if you claim it or not. I firmly believe there's been a reason that you've been brought here today, and this is a timeless reading. So I just turned wind chimes down a little bit, and the echo started talking to me about something else. So we want to know, I'm going to do a connection spread for your ex in their current relationship. What's going on? What's all the gossip? What's all the juice? What's all the things? Is it going to last? If you claim a collective reading, let me know. It's timeless, so it's relevant from the moment you come into contact with it, and I've said all that already. So let's get on. Going to split the deck into four elements, 4 seasons. Most importantly, 4 angels offering us a circle of protection so we can give and receive all of these messages with an open heart and an open mind. Going to take that card and I'll take this pile. Don't normally do it like that. So the Knight of Rods reversed. Going to put that up there. Lack of action, lack of movement, indecisiveness, frustration. There we go. Down this side is your ex. Down this side is their current partner. Down the middle is the connecting energy. Wow. So let's have a look. I'm going to pull some channeled notes at some point as well. So I'm going to talk through the spread and then see what comes up and go from there. Private readings are available via my website. We have the 7 of Cups reversed, which is confusion, keeping people as options, keeping options open, not wanting to overly commit. And the first line's the recent past. So how did we get to today? Your ex may just have a thing of keeping their options open. The other person had the 2 of Swords at that point, so they were going on their feelings. It feels like the other person may be someone who doesn't like to argue, likes to keep the peace, overly compromises so that, you know, they put the other person above them. We have the Empress reversed in the middle of them both, which is a lack of growth. Could also be your energy still around in the middle of them both. But it's a lack of growth. It's things not going the way that they should. And it's because of your ex's lack of commitment on this. Or the confusion of, well, I know what I want, but I don't know what I want. I don't know if this is what I want. And it feels like their partner is like, oh, okay, well, we'll just wait and find out what you want. Which is annoying, isn't it? We have the 5 of Cups reversed for your ex at the moment. They're meant to be learning from their past. I'm not convinced that they are. They feel a little bit stuck and set in their ways. The other person has the Page of Cups, so they've still got all of these feelings. Makes their heart sing. They're not in a grown-up kind of relationship, if that makes sense. Again, it feels like the other person is overly compromising and biting their tongue, letting things slide and things like that. There's no accountability. There's no voicing of what the other person actually wants. But there's all these butterfly feelings. The other person's in love with your person, but in a way of infatuation and a crush. I'm not sure if it's real love. I think they probably think it is, but it doesn't feel like real love. It feels like big feelings, a lot of feelings. And there's an element of desperation of wanting to make this work and giving your ex the time and space to work it out. Yeah, we've got the Hierophant card reversed in the middle of them both. Your ex does not want to commit. They just don't, do they? Even when they are committed, it feels like they're not. I think even if they were married, they wouldn't want to wear a ring. They may have this big old speech about why they don't agree with marriage. Yeah. If this is your ex, you know, you claim the reading. We've got the Ace of Swords reversed for your ex. For the other person, we have the Six of Swords reversed, which is them moving into an acknowledgement that your ex is not doing enough. It's half-hearted energy, temporary relief. They may also still be holding back on what they want, communicating. But it feels like your ex pulling away from this person. And it feels like the other person stepping into that, oh, I want them to do more, and they're not doing more. The other person's kind of getting what they've allowed. You know, if you go into a connection going, oh, well, I'll let you do that, I'll let you do this, I'll let you do that, and then you try and change things, they don't want to change because you've already set the groundwork for how the relationship's going to be. And it feels like the other person in this is very much the giver and the understander and the compromiser. And I just don't think your ex has got feelings here, to be honest. Could be them looking elsewhere as well. The Page of Pentacles reversed in the middle of them both. There's meant to be a step up in the connection, but it just won't happen. I'm going to do a 9-card spread because I want to see what else is going on here. So, yeah. What on earth? If you want to support the channel, put a like on a reading. It really does help. Put this thumbnail in front of someone that's never seen it before. Maybe they'll take a positive message from here or somewhere else on this channel. Subscribe, turn your notifications on. I don't have membership or Patreon or anything like that. It's free to be here. But I do offer a private reading service. But you don't need it if your intuition connects with my readings. If you're a daily listener, hello, how are you doing? I'm going to split the deck into 4. I want to know what else is going on here. I don't want to be rude about the other person, but are they going to get a backbone? It feels like, are they going to start speaking what they want? So the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the 5 of Wands, and the Magician reversed. Massive lack of commitment. And when the commitment issue comes up, it feels like your ex will go to the death, like, I can't commit. Are they commitment phobe, or do they just not feel it with this person? This person's not going to get them to fully commit. It may look like they are at the moment, but they're not. They're not. And they know, the other person knows that there's a lot going on that's wrong here. The Knight of Pentacles reversed is your ex saying, well, just give me time. But then there's the arguments about the commitment. And I don't mean like arguments. I mean, every time the other person approaches the subject, your ex shuts it down. They don't want to talk about it. The Magician reversed is a lack of confidence. The Hangman reversed, this is in limbo. Your ex is getting it all their own way. With the King of Wands, this is a self-made problem for them. The Queen of Wands reversed is someone that's got a bit of an interfering energy. Might be your energy coming up. Your energy might be the Empress reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed. Your ex may be regretting that you're not in communication or whatever at the moment. It's almost like them saying, oh, this current person's not my natural match. This isn't the type of person I would normally be with. And I'm like, well, leave them in peace then, you know. If you know they're not for you, they're not for you. So we've got the 3 of Swords reversed. Are we surprised? The 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. I feel sorry for the other person, really, because it just feels like your ex is passing time with them and it's going to get very painful. The other person's going to have to put some restrictions in around and boundaries in. At the moment, there isn't any. And because there isn't any and they've made it that way, it's going to be very hard for them to put them in. Because your ex doesn't want boundaries. They want what they want. And any problem that your ex has, they're self-made problems. They're problems that they created themselves. I'm going to pull 3 cards, see what else we need to know. What else do you need to know? You have to let me know in the comments if your ex has changed or not. I've got a feeling they haven't. Although I think if they were with the right person, they would commit. And maybe sometimes someone has to be with the wrong person to realise who the right person is. So, got the Page of Swords, Ace of Cups reversed, and the Five of Cups. So they're in the Five of Cups reversed at the moment. So they're moving into the Five of Cups the right way up, which is they do need to let go of the past. They are going to let this person down with the Page of Swords. And the Ace of Cups reversed is the emotional anxiety here, and it's a non-starter. But the thing is, at the moment, the other person has big feelings. It's not true love, though they probably think it is. It's not. I think this is a bit of a lesson for the other person, and they need to step into their own confidence, you know. I feel bad for them, but also people only treat you the way that you let them treat you. If you let them treat you badly, they're going to keep on treating you badly. And the only way to stop them treating you badly is just saying, oh, I'm better than this, see you later, bye. And shutting the door on it and opening the door on someone that's going to treat you better. And that's kind of, I think, the lesson here for the other person connected to your ex. I want to know, is there anyone else around your ex at the moment? Is there anybody else around your ex at the moment? Are they going to move on into a new relationship? What are they doing next? Because it feels like this is it could drag on for a while, but it's not a forever connection. Is there anyone else around? We've got the Devil reversed, the Judgment card, the Chariot reversed, the King of Cups reversed, the Seven of Wands, they're very defensive, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Hierophant card reversed, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords reversed. They've been rejected. If you were the last person they were with, there still could be feelings here, but they're very defensive about it. The Devil reversed is the increased frustration, sexual intimacy. The Judgment card is surrendering to the path they're on, but also facing the consequences for their actions. The Chariot reversed, they want something different, but they don't know how to do it. The King of Cups reversed, if they've told you they don't have feelings for you anymore, don't believe it. They probably do. The Queen of Swords reversed is you weren't scared to cut them off. And it's almost like the more this other person lets your ex get away with it, the less your ex likes them. I think your ex secretly likes being a little bit scared of the consequences. And it may be something they're now shifting into, like they want boundaries. The Hierophant card reversed, again, there's these big excuses about, well, I don't want commitment, but they do really. The Nine of Swords is worry and stress that they bring on themselves, and the Four of Swords reversed is they don't like being on their own. They don't like feeling rejected and isolated. So they probably like to have other people around them before they move into a new connection. So that's what I have for that. I'm going to pull some channeled notes. Within a circle of protection, let's pull some charms and channeled notes. So my channeled notes are what I write in the garden in the dark during a full moon. My handwriting is messy. I don't mind. I meant the things I said to you. I meant the things I said to you. What did they say to you? Was it good? Was it bad? We have tomorrow you'll get good news. Tomorrow you're going to get some good news. You have to come back and tell me what it was. It may be to do with, we've got a little note stuck in there. We've got a key to love. Maybe news on a new house with a key, or a car, or something else with a key. You've also got a handbag. Maybe going on holiday. Maybe buying something fancy. Maybe getting the money to buy something fancy. I don't want to share you. I think you and your ex might need to have a conversation over the next few months, you know, just to clear the air a bit. Because they're definitely going through things. December. So, that's what I have for you today. I hope the right person claims this reading. You have to let me know in the comments below if your ex has changed or not. I don't think this is a long-lasting connection for them, but I also don't think they like being on their own. So I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection so your angels take you on your way. If you see purple hearts anywhere on my channel, there are other people that like to make it right to the end of the reading. So you're now part of the secret purple heart gang. So our morning wittering for the regulars here. Rosie's perfectly fine. We've had a bit of a heat wave in the UK. We've had temperatures that we've never had before. I took 2 days off. I filmed a load of shorts and scheduled them just to keep the channel ticking over. But I took a few days off to deal with the heat, get ready for the heat, sorting my adult kids and my mum out for the heat, and the cat and the house and things. Yeah, yesterday was crazy. Just, we sometimes have field fires. We sometimes have, like, we have moors and things here, like common open public ground. We sometimes get like fires go across there, hardly ever, but sometimes. Yesterday, watching Sky News, watching people's houses burn in London, I was like, oh my goodness me, that's different and that's new. And the temperatures that we got yesterday, I've not known them before. And I live quite near the sea, and it was far too hot for me. And we were quite a bit cooler than inner cities and places like that, so I don't know how people managed. My mum was sick all night. She got over hot yesterday, so she was being sick all night. My adult son's taken her to the doctor later. I've done all the prep with my mum. My mum's a vulnerable person, and I've done all the prep with her of, you know, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this. But she doesn't, like, if you're a young person, you'll find you get to a certain age and your parents stop listening to you. You become responsible for your parents, but they just stop listening. And so all of the things, I don't think she'd done any of the things that I was saying, telling her to do. Well, she'd done some of them, but anyway, she ended up sick. So when my son takes her to her GP later, he's going to get them to explain to her how the things that she needs to do, and hopefully it's just going to repeat what we've already told her, because he spent the day with her yesterday, and from what I can tell, she was being very stubborn all day, and I kept phoning her, and it's just, parents get old and stubborn and they don't listen, and they're worse than a toddler sometimes. And it's, oh my goodness. But she's fine this morning. I've spoken to her a couple of times and she's fine. I'm kind of on standby if I need to go over. Honestly, parents, my kids are in their 20s. They're both quite vulnerable as well, but they seem to listen. And the cat, Rosie's perfectly fine. At the bottom of our garden, over the other side of the hedge, is a pond. So I kept seeing her disappearing into the hedge. So I think she's been tucking herself into a shaded spot next to their pond, because she come in stinking a pond. And I was like, oh my goodness, she's probably had her feet in it and all sorts, but she's a cat, so she's perfectly fine. Last night, the temperature dropped a bit, not much. And I was laying on my bed with the fan on me, you know, you've seen all the memes. And Rosie come running into my bedroom, jumped on my bed, jumped on me. I totally ignored her because she was being a load of drama. It was like 11 o'clock at night. So she ran across my furniture, ran across my desk, marched up and down the windowsill. Again, I was totally ignoring her because I was like, oh, she's clearly having a fight or something. So then what she done was she went running to the landing. She never ever meows. Never meows because I'm deaf. So if she meows, there's no point, because if I don't have my hearing aids in, I can't hear her. So she always does body language and sign language with me in all different ways. She's so clever. But anyway, she went onto the landing and started meowing. So my adult children are like, the cat's meowing, there's something wrong, really wrong for her to meow. So my daughter comes marching in my bedroom and says she's meowing, there's something wrong with her. And I'm like, no, there isn't. There's nothing wrong with her. She's having a fight and she wants me to go outside and I don't want to go outside. So I had both of them nagging me, the cat and the kid. And I'm like, right, okay. So I followed Rosie out. She led me all the way down to the bottom of the garden. She was absolutely wild-eyed, fluffy and crazy and running around, and she was so happy that I was out there. So I stayed out there with her for a bit. And then I come walking in and she come running to the back door and tried to get me to stay out. And I was getting bit by insects. I'm not staying out there. And I was like, I come in, went in my daughter's room, and I'm like, that cat literally just come in to tell her mum that someone was in her garden. So hopefully, whatever cat was in the garden last night when I went out, that made it go away, because I didn't see her again. I haven't seen her yet today. No, I have seen her. She was sleeping at the bottom of the garden and totally ignoring me, and it was raining a little bit, so I think she's just perfectly happy. So yeah, I said to her as I come in the house, I'm like, Rose, you literally just come and told your mum you were having a fight, and I'm gonna go tell my mum. I'm like, oh my goodness. So that's Rosie. She's fine. So full of sass. Such a little diva, and she's 11. Anyway, I hope you're keeping well. I understand it's been hot all around the world at the moment. I hope you're keeping cool. Thank you for the advice in the comments on little things to do. I'm going to sort my mum out later. And we need to come up with a plan of how to keep my mum cool when it happens again, because it will happen again. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to upload a pick a card reading later on today. And I will be back doing daily morning reads and all of that. My diary's open. I will see you soon.